Happy New Year, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to cover my goals for 2025. Just doing this to put it out there. I've watched a couple other people set goals videos and they've given me some ideas. So I'm hoping that inspires you guys to get some ideas. My 2025 is going to look so much different than 2024. I kind of want to make this video as well for that. Some of these are concrete goals. Other ones are just kind of things I'm going to try to focus on. Setting goals is just super important for me. These are going to be more business focused since that's why you guys are here. So let's just get into it. I have a whole list right over here, 2 pages. So number one, I want to be 220 pounds by the end of this year. Well, 2025. Probably by my birthday, right around June. I did a decent job with fitness this year. I really did a great job at probably like, I don't know, let's just say 8 months. And then it just kind of fell apart in Q4. Just traveling a lot and not doing my routine and skipping workouts. And it just really sucked because I worked so hard during the year and probably got down like 25 pounds. And then towards the end of the year, kind of just didn't happen. And while it's disappointing, it is a great lesson for me anyway. It's just like, hey, one of the things that I fell off with towards the end, and I have this problem, you know, just in general sometimes, is when I tend to be doing bad, tend to not track. So I kind of stopped tracking all food that I ate in my fitness pal. I stopped taking before and after pictures. I stopped tracking my measurements. I stopped, tracking the weight. I'd weigh myself every morning, but not log the weight. So then, when you don't track that stuff and you don't see it, hey, like, these pictures don't look great. Well, last week's pictures look better. Or damn, like, I didn't lose any weight this month. Like, what is going on? I need to change this. So that goes for business too. And I know when I am in good shape, my business is in even better shape, and health has just played a huge role growing my business, starting different business ventures and stuff like that. So health is huge for me. One of the main goals for the fitness is just going to be going to the gym consistently, lifting, getting 10K steps a day, tracking everything I eat, and then just eating better, making small choices. Instead of eating, a baked potato with butter, maybe just have little potatoes with, a little olive oil and salt, or just little tiny things that are going to help hit that goal. Number 2, I want a majority, probably like 90% of my income / profits to come from things away from Amazon. So mainly a big focus of mine for 2025 is going to be the Amazon influencer program, TikTok shop, UGC, anything around content. And it's really because I love doing it. I've had so much fun doing that. I've been focusing on it a lot the second half of this year, and I just think the potential for that stuff is absolutely insane. I really don't know kind of what my Amazon is going to look like in 2025, but it's mainly just because I just see so much great ideas and ways to grow this business, and I like it so much more. I love making content. I love getting products for free. I love the idea of being able to sell them on Facebook Marketplace or gift them or whatever I am doing. Do I still think Amazon is a good opportunity? Yeah, of course, it is a good opportunity. The people who make it are going to make it. It's just going to be how it is for anything else, right? You see a lot of things flying around out there that the Amazon influencer program is saturated, TikTok is saturated, all this stuff. And while that might be true-ish for just like someone entering in any business, any industry, anything, there's always a top person or top 10% that are going to make it work regardless of the market situations, regardless of the platforms, anything like that. And for me, it is just, I broke down and kind of sat for the last 3 or 4 hours, reflected on the year, and I want to do more stuff that I enjoy this year. For me, I don't enjoy Amazon as much as I used to when I first started. I don't know if it's because I kind of found UGC, Amazon influencer program, and I just I don't know, hit the ground running, and I'm seeing really, really great results with that. So that is kind of going to be my main focus. I'm still going to probably make Amazon content showing you guys, well, I still will make Amazon content showing you guys how you could source and some of the things that I could just give you now, because I'm not kind of going to be going hard on Amazon. So that is kind of where my head is at in terms of growing my 2025 income. Number 3, I kind of already covered that. 4, I want to have a TikTok shop video go viral. That's just going to come with time. I do see a lot of people talk about this. So for me, it's just going to have to be making more and more content on TikTok. I haven't really, I think probably one of my best videos that I've done maybe has like 2,000 views or whatever, but I'm still new to this, learning every day. I'm joining groups, have a coach, so I could see that happening. It's only a moment of time before it happens. And I've just seen so many people at TikTok shop, oh, I made like 60, 70 videos, they all sucked, and then like the 80th it took off and they made a ton of money. So that is definitely one for me. I want to kind of do, so the next one, I want to do a better job tracking everything in my life, whether it's business, health, wealth, all that kind of stuff. I kind of have stuff all over the place, specifically more for kind of the Amazon Influencer Program and UGC. I need to do a much better job tracking, you know, what deep brand deals I have, whether I was paid or not, you know, what's pending, what's coming up. I do have spreadsheets like that, but it's kind of all over the place. It's not like I could just be like, hey, what did I do in brand deals in December? I really have to like go through, select all this stuff. I wanted to like just look at it and be like, boom, this is what I did in December. So that is just kind of something that I'm thinking about, like health and fitness. How many times did you go to the gym this week? How many times did you get 10,000 steps? How many videos did you make this week for AIP? How many Airbnbs did you go to? All this kind of stuff. How many brand deals did you get? How much money did you make in brand deals? And the idea would be to have all of this, maybe 2 or 3 sheets that I'm either one, manually filling out, or just, I'm very pen and paper. So maybe manually filling out and then adding it to like a Google Doc or something like that, or a Google Sheet, just so way I could see everything. I have done that for AIP, but again, it's just very, not a great system that I have, and that's okay. I've only been doing AIP for 10 months. And you know, when I first started the Amazon for books and OA, like it was the same deal. I didn't really have anything situated that is really, really good. But now like for OA, all the tracking is great. I could see things very quickly. I know profit, I know how much I sourced and all this other stuff. So for me, that is kind of going to be that. I also want to get a better handle on softwares that I use. I think this year alone, I spent about 12 grand on software subscriptions for the entire year. Pretty crazy number. Some of that is stuff that I use, you know, every month. Other stuff is stuff I tried and didn't work. So I'm really going to try the beginning of this year, really look at one hack that I've done for this is I have one credit card that all the softwares gets charged from. So I'm really going to go through that card this month and really just get rid of anything that I'm not using. The next one is I want to have a team member. So for this whole entire year, besides a prep center, maybe one VA for content that didn't really work out, I have been solo. I don't know the reasons for this. It's just kind of how it worked out this year. But going to the year this year, I definitely want to have someone helping me with the Amazon Influencer Program, content, uploading videos to YouTube, the podcast, all that kind of stuff. Because I just, one, shouldn't be doing that stuff. 2, there's other things that I could be doing to actually make more money for my business. And 3, it's really, really hard. I've learned this the hard way, to manage multiple businesses, multiple projects just by yourself. I see a lot of other people that have VAs in place where they could easily take on a new business model because they outsourced one like pretty much 90%. So that is kind of what I'm looking to do this year, and really commit to getting a team member, training them. It'll probably be someone to help. Maybe there's a general assistant at first, who knows, maybe I'll build it out to another person as well. But I really, really want it not just to be me and for me to be doing all this stuff. But again, I still have to build out systems and things for kind of AIP and UGC and all that other stuff. So that is kind of one of the things also. For the podcast, I wanted to continue to grow the podcast. When I reflected back, that was the second most fun thing I was doing this year besides AIP and the influencer program. The goal for the podcast too, maybe that virtual assistant will kind of help with that. Maybe guest outreach, uploading the episodes, coming up with descriptions, making titles and stuff like that. Right now, I do all of that, which it's not like hard, but it's kind of time consuming at the same point. So that is kind of something that I want. I would love to be able to do 2 episodes a week. I mean, that's something we could definitely work towards. It just comes really down to time. You know, usually when you do a podcast or content or an interview, there's just a lot of stuff you don't consider. 1, outreach and scheduling with the guest. 2, you get on with the guest, you know, you gotta prep, have good questions for them, and then kind of like get on, pre-call, talk to them, and then after you talk. So an hour-long podcast could really take about almost like 2 hours, hour and a half, just to get on, say hello, say blah, 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 and then you talk about something on the podcast, and then the podcast ends, and then you usually talk after that for about 15, 20 minutes. So yeah, that is kind of another thing that I would like to do. And then probably do a community around the podcast, just based on the feedback we've gotten. A lot of people, 1, want to see us do more episodes. And 2, some people have asked us to kind of create a community around the podcast. So that's kind of something we have to think through. What do we want to do for that? What does that look like? So that is kind of the goal, growing the podcast. We kind of loosely look at some numbers. I'm not going to be like, oh, we want to have 1,000 subscribers. We really just want to offer you guys value and have fun doing it. And again, that's probably one of the most fun parts of my week, is just going, interviewing someone who's doing something big, successful, offering insight. It's just super great. It's great to build those relationships. So that is definitely something I want to do more of. Number whatever, I don't even know what I'm on. I want to continue to have fun. This year, I probably had the most fun that I've had in a long time. Fun for me consists of going to comedy shows, going to baseball games, going to concerts, just do fun, entertaining stuff. This year, we probably went to about 15 or 16 different events, which is probably more than I've done in, I don't know, maybe the last 2 years. Just been a ton of fun. So I want to do more of that stuff, but with the caveat of almost figuring out a way to do it in a healthy way. Usually when I do go to a concert or we're going somewhere, we're usually going somewhere, number 1. So that means an overnight stay or a weekend stay, which is great. But I also have to figure out a better way to kind of get fitness into that, because fitness definitely falls off. So whether that's booking a hotel that has a gym, or an Airbnb that has like a good walking path, or a gym nearby, that definitely has to happen as well, because it just has to happen. Like taking 15, 16 weekends off from the gym, or sometimes they're not even weekends, sometimes they're weekdays. And especially if it's a weekday on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, then the next couple of days you get back, you're off of the routine. So that is kind of another thing that I want to do. So I want to continue to do that, maybe even do more of that this year, but figure out a way to keep it healthy and in check. Let's see. I want to make more content or come out with a content schedule for this channel as well. This year has been a little sporadic. We got a podcast up every week. Sometimes other videos just did not happen, mainly because busy making videos for, you know, brands and UGC and AIP, and especially the ones that are paid. That definitely takes precedent off of this, unfortunately, because I just don't have the time. But hopefully getting that team member will free up more time to do that. So if you guys have any ideas for videos that you would like to see, definitely let me know in the comments. I could definitely help out doing that, but it might just be maybe like a video a week, and we get 2 podcast episodes. That'd be 3 for the week, which would be great. If not, it's going to be probably 1 video and then 1 podcast until I kind of figure that out. Another thing, if you guys are into that, I want to kind of talk a little bit more about the influencer program, UGC, and that kind of stuff on the channel more, because that's going to be a big focus of mine in 2025. And if you guys are interested in that, you know, it will help you out. What else do we got here? Almost done. I want this one, 2 more. One, I want to have a kind of set routine. My routine has been all over the place this year. I've experimented with going to the gym before doing anything. I've experienced working before going to the gym. I've experienced working at Panera and then going to the gym, or going to the gym, then going to Panera. All over the place with kind of the routine, and that's kind of been the business all year round, all over the place, just juggling a million different things. So I think having a routine will be good. Obviously you want to be flexible with it. So I do think it's either going to be going to the gym first, maybe at like 5:30-ish in the morning, and then maybe getting some work done at Panera, and then getting home and maybe doing content, or I don't really know, maybe having dedicated days to certain businesses is going to be the thing. But I really want to make a conscious effort to come up with not just a routine, but a routine that works and is like kind of the most productive routine and just works the best and will be best for me. And then the last one is I want to have a more organized office. I am not even going to show a picture of my office because it is a mess. There's influencer packages all over the place, brand deals all over the place, you know, stuff that I'm going to try to resell on Facebook Marketplace, stuff that's going to a liquidator. There's just stuff everywhere. So I need to come up with a system where something comes in, I make the video, and then there's almost a process where that item goes. Am I going to list it on Facebook Marketplace? Am I going to give it to the liquidator? Am I going to gift it? What am I going to do with this? Am I going to donate it? So I kind of have to have that process in place and stick to that routine. Towards the end of the year, I ended up with, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 different items from brands. So it was pretty crazy to get all that stuff. So yeah, need to come up with a system for that. I kind of have a half-baked system, but I just want my office to be organized. I don't want there to be stuff everywhere. I actually have a pretty big office. It's like basically a good sized basement, so it makes it even easier just to put stuff on a shelf or put something over there. A lot of just moving piles around, but if you resell or do it, you just know there's stuff everywhere. So that's kind of a goal too. Come up with a system. Hey, I got this water bottle. If I don't think I could sell it on Facebook Marketplace, put it in a box for the liquidator, and then kind of be the end of it. So those are kind of my goals and focuses this year. If you want, drop what your goals, some of your goals in the comments below. I would love to see them. Thank you so much for watching the videos this year, being part of my journey. A lot of people, I always appreciate when you guys say it's been helpful, or videos you find helpful, or DM me on Instagram. So I hope you guys have an awesome New Year's, and I can't wait to make content in the new year for you. And Happy New Year's. See you guys. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff.